The air, normally so brutally hot, is almost pathetic in its coolness. Is that all it has? Is that all it's got? At 5 a.m.? Apparently yes. Yes it is. The air lies over the hill in an odd combination of relaxed anticipation. Nothing moves in this pulsating rhythm of stillness. Waking up at that time, that damnable time, would normally be the providence of the clinically insane or the West Coast banker. It's normally for those really great nights, not those truly horrible mornings. But the magnetic lure of the Samadhi pries the eyelids open. Today, personal beauty is merely an afterthought. Saying you're going through the motions in a hurried fashion would be generous to the words motions and hurried. Grab your toiletries, scrub, 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 comb, comb, comb. Not a moment to waste in that never-ending battle. Today, does it matter? Not compared to the Samadhi. To get there quicker, you cut across the farmer's land to the left. You aren't supposed to be there. You aren't supposed to trespass. You could get in trouble. And you know how law-abiding a country India is. Doesn't it just boil the blood to even conceive, to even think, to even consider the question, should I upset the true owner of this hill? How could one be the owner of this hill? How could one own his hill? In the morning twilight, the Serengeti is in a primal state. The rising light reveals not an arid grassland, but one more accustomed to a Krishna flute solo. No lampposts, no cell phone wielding shepherds, no matter. The only thing that matters is each footstep pulling you closer, more, and still yet more. How will this hill look 20 years hence? Seclusion Hill, now more lush wonderland than barren wasteland, pops to mind. Perhaps these saplings will tower like wise elders over that farmer's land. People will revel in their shades' bombastic audacity, saying, was there ever a time they weren't? But for now, they are the young neighbors of the Avatar. To pass over this final ridge is to travel back in time. To the left are the remnants of a World War I water tower. It rises high, a giant foot stomping down triumphantly. Littering the grounds is nearly 90 years worth of history. The story of a single spigot is beyond the comprehension of most. The background of a stone could not be covered without a presentation of graphs, charts, and arrows. The only changes are the tombs, slowly pockmarking the ancient soil. Starting from the right of the Samadhi, they have cruelly, inexorably marched closer to the hallowed ground. Now flanked by reminders of his truest lovers, the Samadhi remains as much the same stone and mortar as it was when a young boy was delivering half a thermos full of coffee nearly 100 years ago. People are helping clean the Samadhi, kept pristine at all times of the day. The cleaning is more for the lover's ego than the Samadhi itself. Truly a full-service shrine. The lust to clean is greater than the need to clean. Correction. The lust to feel as if you are a modern snowflake is greater than the need to clean. This is not cleaning the latrines of the lepers and musts. This is not self-forgetfulness. This is one do and a whole lot of don't. Do clean these 3 squares. Don't touch this, don't touch that, don't let your knee hit that. Do. Don't. Yet it is nigh impossible to avoid accidentally performing other people's tasks. Sorry. The crazed cleaning conveyor belt accomplishes its same goal each morning of effectively rendering the crazed cleaning conveyor belt unimportant. Only the dogs, with their bemused incredulousness, don't join in the mob of beloved maids. Slowly awaiting their next lifetime, they study each human for important tips as their tails lazily slap without purpose on the ground. Walking on 2 feet doesn't come naturally to those with 4 paws, after all. Comparing notes on the translation of O Pravartagar, preserver and protector of Woof Woof, takes most of the morning. As the dogs catch up on the morning gossip, the cleaning ends and the true kabuki of the morning begins. A hush falls upon the crowd. Now, the Master's prayer. O Pravartagar, preserver and protector of all, you are without beginning, and I forget how this ends. Alone, few could provide the words in their correct order. It was one to be pulled aside walking somewhere down 4th Street or 8th Avenue and sets it on the 4th word and the 8th line. They would stumble through a few beyonds and the firm armaments and the debts, yet surrounded by the other stumblers, the words flow effortlessly. Baba's star-spangled banner, as it were. Another morning ritual is blossoming not so far away. Above this tableau, the sun rises. The morning dusk dissipates in the glorious glory to ever glory. An Indian sunrise, not to mention sunset, is like none other. Thank you, smog. It makes the yellows yellower, oranges oranger, and red the piercing tinge of love. It is the silver lining of India's silver lining. The Master's prayer drifts into the prayer of repentance, which breezes into the beloved God prayer. Finally, a prayer you know from start to finish. I was waiting for that one. Standing like statues, motionless, with palms inexplicably pressed together, as lovers then face the greatest challenge of the morning, the Gujarati Arti. Music in a vacuum can have strong emotional power. Music in a vacuum can grab the heart like a bull by its horns. The Gujarati Arti is not such a song. In a vacuum, it is foreign tongue and a stilted beat. But the history, the hushed reverence, the shared experience of growing up with it at your most pivotal moments has imbued it with an emotional power unrivaled by anything on this blue orb. A tonic curing you of the toxins of modernity. Inspiring writers to use the words like hearken and lo to describe its effect. An emotional memory of your gorgeous youth and your amazing opportunities in his sahavas. Perhaps someday you'll learn the words. Someday. Right after you learn the words to that Master's prayer. Soon the most important moment of the morning comes. Whither American Arti? Let's go with the Australian Arti over that 45-minute raga. O glorious, eternal ancient one, let's never sing the American Arti again. It is, after all, a simple flower that has no use beyond its shining hour. Emphasis on the word hour. Now people mill about, excitedly greeting each other. The Samadhi is alive with the crushing mass of humanity. Later, the Samadhi greets little more than silence. Later, the Samadhi is surrounded by pandals, orchards, and not much else. Later, you can have unlimited access, not to mention all the prasad you could eat. Now, however, a line for darshan swings back and forth past beloved Mera. Now, it's the most efficient darshan ever seen. No time to garland, no time to wake up and smell the roses. Get in, bow down, get out. Would you like fries with that? Yet among the quiescence of the unchanging stones, time does not seem to pull so hurriedly. Day in and day out, the same magical ballet. For as Radha was to Krishna and Sita was to Rama, the Samadhi is to us all.